What's up, guys? Andrew Sales here, head hustler, crypto hustlers. This is our first video on our new YouTube channel. We dropped this channel so we could educate the public on what's going on in cryptocurrency. I'm super excited about cryptocurrency. I have a lot of money in it for myself personally, and I'm excited to help others make money with it too. So we started this channel so we could educate people and teach people how to hustle up some money in the cryptocurrency world and the Bitcoin world. So with this particular video, we're going to cover what is Bitcoin and all the questions people usually ask me when they're first getting into Bitcoin. So make sure you subscribe to our channel so you know all the other tidbits and gold nuggets we're going to drop in the future. And make sure you hang on to the end, because at the end I'm going to drop a little nugget about what I believe could be the very next Bitcoin. So in this one we're going to cover what is Bitcoin, who invented Bitcoin, how are Bitcoins created, why do they have value, what makes Bitcoin different from the housing collapse, tulip mania, or even beanie babies, what's the total amount of Bitcoins that can be created, why people actually believe that Bitcoin will replace the current banking system or monetary system. Is it too late to get in? Where's a safe place to buy Bitcoins? Can I lose money? Can you spend them? And like I said, last but not least, what I believe could be the very next Bitcoin itself. So make sure you guys hang on to the end and make sure you like this channel and subscribe to this channel. So we'll kick it off, guys. What is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is a digital store of value. It's pretty much a digital currency. What I like to tell people is it's somewhere between a digital currency and digital gold. Sure, not every place may accept Bitcoins yet, but you'd have a hard time going out and spending some gold. So think of it similar. You can invest in Bitcoins and the value is probably going to go up on it. And it's just a place to store your money. That's all Bitcoins are. You can buy goods or services with them or trade them for Bitcoins and other coins or currencies. So Bitcoin is a way to store your value or store a monetary value online. Now, the next question that a lot of people ask me is, well, who invented Bitcoin? To be 100% honest, we don't know who the inventor of Bitcoin was. Now, the person that did invent them goes by the alias Satoshi Nakamoto. Now, it makes perfect sense that the inventor of this brand new currency that could even really collapse world governments and the banking system wanted to be anonymous, because there's probably a lot of people that would have a problem with that. So Satoshi Nakamoto, he created it, went by the alias, and he's disappeared. We know that his Bitcoins haven't moved in years, so there's a lot of question who he could be. Some people even think it could be Elon Musk. There's a couple other people who think it could be. Some people say he's dead because he's got 1 million Bitcoins. It could be worth like $1 billion right now, and he hasn't touched them. So yeah, we don't know who gave us this awesome gift of Bitcoins, but he did a really good job with it. Shout out to Satoshi Nakamoto if you're watching it. Next question a lot of people ask me is, well, how are Bitcoins invented? So the way Bitcoins are generated or created is they're mined. So the way mining works is these people that are miners, they have what are essentially supercomputers, really awesome computers. Now, these computers, they solve an algorithm all day long. For solving that algorithm, when they're finished with it, they're rewarded a very small piece of a Bitcoin. So unlike our current Federal Reserve in the United States, to where they just print off money whenever they feel like it, a lot of things actually have to happen for a Bitcoin to be generated. It has to solve this entire algorithm, and then then the miner gets a very small piece, not even a whole Bitcoin for solving it. Now, the other really cool thing about the algorithm that the miners have to solve to generate Bitcoins is it has an anti-inflation mechanism built into it. So when the algorithm realizes that there's too many miners mining it, or Bitcoins are being mined too fast, it actually makes itself longer and takes longer to generate the next Bitcoin, or makes it longer for miners to solve the algorithm. That's why Bitcoin naturally goes up in value. It's really cool. So it's so much more useful than just printing off money like crazy. Now, the miners actually serve another place on the network too. If I was to send you a Bitcoin, somebody has to process the transaction, right? That's where the miners come in. The miners are going to say that Andrew sent a Bitcoin to so-and-so. Now, with Bitcoin, everything's 100% anonymous. So instead of saying Andrew sent a Bitcoin to so-and-so, it's going to say ABC wallet sent a Bitcoin to XYZ wallet. Now, think about the banks for a second. If I was to send you $1 million, it doesn't matter if I have US Bank and you have Bank of America. All they're going to do is get on their computer and update their little ledger, and they're going to say, Andrew Sales sent $1 million to so-and-so. They're going to deduct $1 million from my account, update it, and put it on your account, and that's that. That's all they did. They're keeping track of the money for you. Bitcoin does this exact same thing, except its ledger is stored online. So the miners are going to say, ABC wallet sent a Bitcoin to XYZ wallet. They're going to deduct it from my ledger, add it to your ledger, and then it's stored online on computers all over the world, thousands of computers. And you can go and actually check the ledger and go all the way back to the very first Bitcoin transaction. That makes sure that coins aren't spent twice or nobody's taking advantage of the system, because it's all logged public. And that's why we don't need the banks to keep track of our money anymore. We have this whole ledger that's stored across the entire world, and the miners just go update that ABC wallet sent a Bitcoin to XYZ wallet. And then you can send that Bitcoin to your friend who has LMNOP wallet. So it just goes on and on and on. And like I said, we can go back to the very first Bitcoin transaction. You can see the very first Bitcoin that Satoshi Nakamoto sent to somebody. So that's how Bitcoins are created, and that's the purpose that miners serve on the network itself. So another question a lot of people have is, well, why do they have value? Simple, because us, the people of the world, say Bitcoins have value. It's the same thing as the US dollar. Now, some people probably don't know this, and I'm sure a lot of you guys out there know it, because if you're on this channel, you're probably pretty smart. But the US dollar hasn't been backed by gold since the 70s. A lot of people believe the myth that it's still backed by gold, and they believe our myth is maybe in Fort Knox, our gold is maybe in Fort Knox, but we haven't seen it. So the dollar is really backed by nothing except the people of the world saying that, yeah, I'll exchange these goods and services for it. Same thing with Bitcoin, except it actually is backed by something more in the people of the world. There's a proof of work that has to happen. Like I said, the algorithm has to be solved, and all that electricity has to be used to actually create a Bitcoin, the store of value. It has to be a bunch of things that have to be happening to create it. So that's what gives it value, the people of the world. And then also there's a finite amount of them. So the next question, I'm just going to jump into it. But like I said, a lot of people like to ask me, well, how many Bitcoins are there? There's only 21 million Bitcoins. So once all those Bitcoins are mined and generated, whoever's got them, got them. So that's why everybody is rushing to collect as many Bitcoins as they can right now. Now, a quick side note, a lot of people have been slow to get in the Bitcoin space because they're like, man, I think right now it's like 15,000 a coin. A lot of people are like, I don't have the 15,000 for a whole coin. I feel you, man. But you don't have to buy an entire coin. It actually, you know how our dollar goes like the 1, then the decimal point and 2, over 2 places, 2 zeros. Well, the Bitcoin goes over 7 zeros. So you can buy a tiny, tiny piece of Bitcoin. The smallest piece of Bitcoin is called a Satoshi. So you can spend 5, 10, 20 bucks, just get yourself in the Bitcoin game. But there's only 21 million that are going to be mined, so make sure that you get a hold of them. So that actually is one of the reasons why it has so much value. There's a finite amount. Anytime there's a finite amount or something, it's going to go up in value. So the next question is, how is this different from the housing collapse, tulip mania, or even beanie babies? So first and foremost, Bitcoin actually have a real value and a real intrinsic purpose. Beanie babies weren't meant for anything. Some kids thought they were cool. Like parents were just rushing out to get them. We knew that was a phase, a craze. It wasn't going to last long. You're not going to go out and trade some beanie babies for some food at some point in time, right? Not realistic. And it's not even a long-term store of value if it was a store of value. So we can just wipe beanie babies off the table. Tulip mania, same thing, man. It's just some tulips. They're going to bud, die, whatever. People were going crazy over them. The housing market, that collapsed due to irresponsible lending. There's nothing tied to Bitcoins with irresponsible lending. Bitcoins are a store of value within themselves, and it's something we've never seen in the world before. That's why all these financial experts are telling you not to get into Bitcoins, because it's skyrocketing so fast and they've never seen anything like it. Well, my financial expert told me not to get into Bitcoin. Thank God he didn't, because I got about 40 grand in profits this year. Not a whole lot, but for an average guy like me, 40 grand's a lot. So yeah, that's what makes it different. It's something altogether different. It's a real store of value, and it's something we've never seen before. So it's nothing like the tulip mania or the housing market or beanie babies or anything like that. Next question is, why do people think that it can replace the current banking system? And I've touched on this a little bit throughout the way, but reason being is the current banking system is just falling apart. It's on stilts right now, and a lot of people don't realize, and it's actually scary if you think about it. Like I was saying before, The United States dollar is backed by absolutely nothing except the government saying, yeah, this is our dollar, and the hope that tomorrow people will still accept goods and services. Bitcoin is backed by the entire people of the world. We're able to send money anywhere in the world super fast. And, people are complaining about, yeah, it takes 30 minutes for my Bitcoin transaction to go down. And, maybe it costed me 20 bucks. You sent $50,000 for 20 bucks in 30 minutes. Try doing a bank transfer like that. So Bitcoin is much more efficient to transfer money and store money. A lot of people under the impression, well, I need cash or coins. No, you don't. Just swipe a debit card. We don't need coins to have a physical store of value. The reason it's gonna replace the current banking system and possibly collapse economies of the world are people are sick and tired of having the control put on them by the big banks. And we're finally at the point like, hey, we don't need big banks. We got computers. We can save everything on the internet, and we can all know we have each other. And we don't need you guys to tell us how we can transfer money, this and that. We'll do it ourselves. So that is why cryptocurrency is going to replace everything out there that we know today. 5 years from now, we'll probably come back and watch this video, and some of you guys think I'm crazy, but 5 years from now, cryptocurrency is going to be the big way to spend money, whether governments like it or not. They're either going to get on board or they're going to sink with the ship. So be prepared for it to replace some big things. Now, a lot of people ask me, Andrew, is it too late for me to get in? No way, man. I started getting in, and I wasn't the typical person that came in, saw it coming up and just jumped in right away. Quick story about me. Way back in like 2012, I knew about Bitcoins. They were like 15 cents a piece. One of my friends told me about them and said, yeah, we should throw 10 bucks in, man. I was like, no, those are stupid. I'll never catch on. I would be worth $1 billion right now. I'm probably not recording this video for real. I'd probably be on an island, owning my island. But I passed up then. I passed up at $100 because I was like, no, there's no way they can get higher than that. I even passed up again at $500 because there's no way they can get higher than that. At $1,000, I took Bitcoin seriously. I started researching. I did a few months of research. I finally squeezed the trigger and started investing at the $2,600 mark, and then I expanded to other cryptocurrencies. So, no, it is not too late to get involved in Bitcoin. You heard it right here first. Prediction for 2018 is Bitcoin's going to hit 30 grand. Then in 2019, it's going to hit 100 grand. So right now there's still a discount, whether we're at 14, 15, 16, 17, even 20 grand, we're getting our Bitcoins at a discount. Now, many experts say over the long term, it's going to go ahead and increase up to 450, 500,000, $1 million. I am not going to make a prediction that bold, that far out, but I am 100% confident that within the next 2 years, Bitcoin will be at $100,000. So no, it is not too late to get in. And if you're watching this video down the line and Bitcoin's at $100,000, just pay attention to it. If it's still skyrocketing and we think it's going to hit $1 million, you're still getting in at a discount, man. Just get in there. So the next question a lot of people ask is there a safe place I can buy Bitcoin? Yeah, there's several safe places. And what I'll do on this channel, I'll make sure I post a link to Coinbase, for most United States visitors or North American visitors. I'm not positive where Coinbase is all over the world, but that is one of the safest places to buy Bitcoins, and it's very user-friendly for when you first get started out. So I will post my link to Coinbase. If you go through my link, we each get 10 bucks for free. It all adds up, right? So yeah, Coinbase is very safe to get Bitcoins. They're insured. I believe they insure if we count up to $250,000, maybe even more than that, to be honest. But you are insured on Coinbase too, so it's a very safe place to get Bitcoins. Next question is, can I lose money? Absolutely. This is investing, guys. You could lose money. Now, realistically, Bitcoin is always going to hold a store of value, but it is in the tiny, tiny realm of possibility that we wake up tomorrow and Bitcoin is worth 1 cent. So like if you got in for $16,000 and it dropped to 1 cent, yeah, you lost a ton of money. But hey, you can lose money on Apple stocks, Tesla stocks, any type of investing, pot stocks, whatever you're investing in. It could go down, it could go up. Now, Bitcoin has a serious uptrend, and based on all my research and all my expert friends who I consult with, we believe that Bitcoin is going to hit $100,000, so we're willing to take that risk to lose money. But hey, there's risk sitting on the US dollar. Like we know for a fact the US dollar steadily goes down in value. Think about it. You could buy a lot more for $1 5 years ago and a ton more 20 years ago. Bitcoin naturally goes up in value, so I'm willing to bet on Bitcoin. That's just me, though. Hope you guys do it too. Can I spend them? That is a great question because a lot of people are like, yeah, you got all these Bitcoins, but What can you spend them on? Can I pay my mortgage? Can I buy a coffee? Damn right, you can buy a coffee and pay your mortgage with Bitcoin. So several ways to spend Bitcoins or any cryptocurrencies. Check with places. A lot of places are posting now like we accept Bitcoin, we accept Litecoin. Everybody's trying to get on the cryptocurrency craze. So a lot of times you can just send it directly to their wallet. Other ways to do it is you can actually get a debit card that links with your Bitcoin or cryptocurrency wallet. You swipe it like normal. They will actually pay the person that transacts the sale, the company. They'll pay them in US dollars or whatever your currency is, and then they deduct the equivalent from Bitcoins from your account. So it's very easy to spend Bitcoin, and it's funny when people are like, "Oh, this is not real money, you can't spend it." I buy all kinds of shit in Bitcoin. Well, I don't buy all kinds. I really save most of my Bitcoins, but I've done it just to play around and prove a point. But don't go out of your way to prove a point. Quick story: I knew a guy that bought a TV in Bitcoins just to prove a point. 2 years later, ended up being a $100,000 TV. So sit on your Bitcoins until they get up really high. So last but not least, I told you guys that at the end here, I would drop a little tidbit about what I believe will be the next Bitcoin. So here's the thing. It's too hard to predict what the next Bitcoin is going to be. Now, there's a ton of coins that are good and a ton of coins that have a lot of potential to skyrocket. If I was going to predict something that would replace the Bitcoin and blockchain technology, it's going to be something called Tangle technology. And we're not going to get too much into that video, but keep an eye out for IOTA and any other coins that are involved with this Tangle technology because they're going to be poised for huge growth. And make sure you subscribe to this channel because I'm going to drop more videos about specific coins that I like. So I hope this answered all your questions about Bitcoin, about getting started. Feel free to hit me up and ask me any questions you have. I'm on Facebook, Andrew Sales, Sayles. You'll see my picture on there. Look up our group, Crypto Hustlers. We're looking to grow and add and bring in people that are serious about educating themselves when it comes to cryptocurrency. And we're going to just take over this game. We're all going to make some money together here, guys. So look me up on Facebook. Look up my group, Crypto Hustlers. Subscribe to this channel because we're going to give you a lot of updates and a lot of great content here. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it helped you. Thank you for joining in. You guys have a great night. Peace out.